Hello students. So students, in the previous class we were talking about the chapter that is changes around us. In this chapter students, you see the name is given the changes. So we were discussing about the changes only. Now changes can be, you see that in our surrounding a lot of changes occur. Okay, now these changes, it can be the reversible changes or irreversible changes. So in the previous class we were talking about that of the reversible changes. What are the reversible changes students? You see, if we talk about the reversible changes, so reversible changes are that changes which can be reversed easily. Okay, so we can say that if a substance undergone a change and again it will get its own condition or its own state or properties, then that kind of a change is a reversible changes. We have discussed a lot of examples which explains that this change can be reversed. So we can include it in the reversible change students. Okay, so you see students, if we talk stretching of the rubber, or melting of iron, or you see inflation of balloon, melting of ice candy or ice cream, anything. So you see a lot more examples are there students which explains that it is what. Okay, melting of ice candy is there, melting of iron is there, inflation of the balloon is there, stretching of the rubber or stretching of a spring balance is there students. So all they are folding of a dress or folding of a paper, all these are the example of the reversible change. It means these changes student, it can be reversed easily, and that is why we will include them into the reversible changes. Okay. Now in this students, we have also discussed that one of the change, let me write it. One of the change that includes the expansion. So we said that the expansion and contraction and contraction this is also we will include into our reversible changes. You see student, if we apply a heat to any of the object, it will expand. What is the meaning of an expansion here? Expansion means increase in size. That is expansion. When we talk about the contraction student, that is decrease in size. Okay, so increase in size happens when you supply heat. Okay, and when it cools down, then it will decrease its size and again gets contracted. Okay, so we can say that this process is what? Together it will explains about the reversible changes only. Okay, first of all you apply a heat, so the object increases its size, and then when you lower the temperature, it will again regain its size. So we can say that this process help in the reversible process, or it will you can say that both of them will cause the reversible change. Now you see student, this change is actually used up in the two process, and that is the first one is the fixing of a iron rim on a wooden wheel. Okay, so first one we have already discussed. Let me write it again. Fixing of iron rim on wooden wheel. Okay, fixing of iron rim on wooden wheel. So basically what happened here, we take a iron rim, student, and when you supply heat to the iron rim, that iron rim will increases its size. And then you will put this iron rim on that of a wooden wheel. Okay, after that you throw water on it, on that of the iron rim which is kept over that of a wooden wheel. You will find that now, since the temperature gets lower down, so this iron rim will decreases in size, and right now it will fixes very firmly with that of the wooden wheel. Okay, so we can say that iron rim, when you supply heat to it, it expands, and as after keeping it on that of a wooden wheel, when you apply water on it, so the temperature lowers down, and this iron rim will easily get fixed over that of the wooden wheel. So this is the first one, student, which is on the basis of the expansion and contraction. So first of all, here by supplying heat, expansion occur, and after that when you supply water on it, so the contraction of the iron rim also occur. Okay, so we can say that a fixing of iron rim is also an example of a wooden wheel. The second one is a fixing of a iron blade. On a digging tool. On a digging tool to a wooden handle. Okay, so fixing of a iron blade on a digging tool to a wooden handle. So basically here also we are using the same process, student, and that process we will call it as a expansion and contraction. Expansion and contraction. So here also, student, this is an iron blade. So iron blade is like that of an iron ring. And when you supply heat to it, this iron blade which is consisting of a ring, that ring is easily, so this iron blade is having a ring like a structure, and on that ring like a structure, this wooden handle will get fixed properly. Okay, so we can say that on the iron blade actually, which is a digging tool, consisting of a ring like a structure where the wooden handle is placed. Okay, so you see, student, that iron ring of that of the iron blade, it will be first burned. Burnt means constant supply of a fire, constant supply of a heat should be given to that of the ring. Okay, and when you supply the heat, so ring will get expand. Okay, now when it get expand, you can simply put the wooden handle on the ring. Okay, inside that of the ring, and then you will cools down by throwing water over it. Now when you supply heat to it, at that time expansion of the ring occur, and after putting this wooden handle to fit it with that of or inside to that of the ring, and again putting the water over it, due to which the temperature gets lowers down, and finally you can say that this iron ring will firmly attach with that of the wooden handle. Okay, so we can say that how the fixing of a iron blade with that of the wooden handle also occur by the process of expansion and contraction. Okay, so we can write it. Iron blade of a spade we can write it. So we can write it that the iron spade has a ring which is made slightly smaller. It is made slightly smaller. Okay. When we provide heat to it, it will expand. It will expand. Now, the one end of the wooden handle will be easily fitted in it. Okay, and after adding water over it, after adding water over it, after adding the water over it, the ring firmly attached with the wooden handle. Okay, so this is the process, student, in which the iron spade is formally attached with that of the wooden handle. Okay, so you see, student, in both the cases, when we were talking in case of a iron rim which was formally attached with that of a wooden wheel, or when we talk about the iron spade, iron blade on a ring of iron blade, there also the ring is there and the wooden handle will get firmly attached due to the process of expansion first and then contraction. Okay, so this expansion and contraction is also included into the reversible changes because there is an increase in size first and again the regain of the size by decreasing the size. So increase in the size will get decreases and finally the size gets regained by the object. Okay, so we can say that the expansion and contraction, both of them shows the reversible changes. We will include both of them in the reversible changes. Okay, so this is all about that of the reversible change, that how changes can be reversed easily, and the different examples which we can say that it is showing the that it is actually the reversible change. Now we will move to the next topic, and that is irreversible change. So this is all about the reversible. Now the next one is irreversible. So reversible, which can be reversed easily. What about the irreversible, student? Just opposite to that of the reversible. So we can write it irreversible changes. Now, as like in case of a reversible change, students, we discussed that a reversible change is that change which can be reversed easily. It means any of the objects regain its property in which the change has occurred. That change is a reversible change. In case of a irreversible change, it is a such change which cannot be reversed easily. Okay, so we can write it. A change which cannot be reversed, to form new original substance called as irreversible changes. Okay, so a change is there, student, which can be reversed easily. That is a reversible only. But a change which cannot be reversed easily, and reversed easily, it means it cannot get its own original substance or original form. Such kind of a change is an irreversible change. So reversible, we can say, in which it can it can get its original form. But here, in case of an irreversible change, it cannot be reversed, or we can say it will not going to get its own original substance or original form. Okay, so a lot of examples are there, students, which proves that the irreversible change is a change which cannot be reversed easily. Okay, so there are a lot of examples, students, which includes or which explains that what are the different irreversible changes. So you see, student, if suppose you have taken a piece of a paper, and so when we burn a piece of a paper, student, burning of a paper. So what will happen when you burn a piece of a paper? So this paper will get converted into ash. Okay, now is it possible for you to convert the ash into the piece of a paper? No, you cannot convert it. As you burn the paper, it get converted into ash. It will not going to take its original form, original substance. So such kind of a changes is irreversible because it cannot be reversed easily. So burning of a paper, we will include it into the irreversible process. Likewise, students, if you see, not only the burning of paper, but you see, if suppose we will take a burning of fuel. Burning of fuel also. So, if you are burning a fuel like that of a coal is there, or petroleum is there, or LPG is there, student, or CNG is there. So, you have seen that your mother, she used the gas cylinder, and that she used for preparing the food. So this LPG, this LPG is what? It is a kind of a fuel which gives the energy. Energy is in the form of a heat energy. Okay. So when you burn the fuel, this LPG has been used up. When you burn the fuel while driving, petroleum present in your car or in your vehicle will also get used up. Same thing if you are burning the coal, student, so that coal will also get used up. So we can say by this that burning of a fuel, it cannot be reversed easily. So such kind of a change, we will include it into the irreversible change. Next one is cooking of food. Cooking of food. So you see, students, for making the food, you know that you need a different kind of ingredients. So you see, student, for cooking of the food, you need a different kind of ingredients. Okay, so these are the raw ingredients are needed, students. Ingredients. So which will include the vegetables, which will include the oil or that of the spices. So all these things we needed and we mix it together. Salt. So we mix it together and by the help of all these ingredients, student, we make a new dish, we make a new food. So you see, student, whatever we think which is made after that of the cooking of the food or after or by taking the help of these all raw ingredients, is it the same one as that of the raw ingredients, or is it possible to convert that the cooked food into its ingredient again? Like you see, students, if suppose we have taken a vegetable curry. So for making vegetable curry, you need a lot of ingredient. You need a vegetables. You need a spices. You need a oil. Okay. Or you need salt. So all these things are important for making the vegetable curry. Now, with the help of all these things, you have made the vegetable curry. Now, when you look at the vegetable curry, is it possible, is any method is there by the help of which this vegetable curry will again get converted into its respective ingredients? Or is it possible to separate it and give the vegetables again in the same form, or spices again in the same form, or oil or salt again in the same form? Your answer will be no. It is not possible to convert the vegetable curry into its raw ingredient again. It means it is not possible for a cooked food to gain its original form or original substances. Okay, so we include the cooking of food is a irreversible change which cannot be reversed. Okay. Now you see, not only this, students, if we take a general thing in our day-to-day life, a lot of examples are there which belongs to the irreversible changes. Like, so you see, rusting of a iron is there, grinding of a flour is there. So we can say that of wheat grain. So grinding of wheat grain is also an example. So we can say that grinding of wheat grain. Okay. Of wheat grains, or rusting of iron. Rusting of iron. Now not only this, baking of chapatis. So there, student, when we baking of chapati. Chapati in Hindi we call it as a roti. You see student, even in the reversible change also, we were talking of making of a chapati, that is the reversible. Actually, there we had written that use of dough to make chapati. It means conversion of a dough to the chapati, that is a reversible change. So you can take the dough and you, with the help of a rolling roller, you are able to make the give the shape to that of a dough into chapati, but still you are not baking it. Before that, before baking of the chapati, it is a reversible change. As you bake the chapati, as you make the roti, it is not possible for us to again convert it into the dough. So that is why we had included the chapati, baking of chapati as a irreversible changes. Same thing student, here also grinding of wheat grains. So you see students, the wheat grains are there. People, they used to grind the wheat grain to get the wheat flour, or we call in Hindi as a atta. Okay, so you get atta by grinding it. So is it possible to convert or to get from atta to wheat again? Wheat grains? No. After grinding it, we cannot convert it into the atta. So this is what, this is also a irreversible changes. Now you see student, here also an example is given, that is rusting of iron. So is rusting of iron is reversible change? Yes. You have seen that in your house, if your house door is made up of iron, so if supply of water is continuously giving to it, or due to the presence of the water, the color of the iron gets changed to reddish brown in color. That is known as the rusting of the iron. And is it possible to convert that rusted iron into the original iron? No, we cannot do so. So we will say that rusting of iron is also an example of a irreversible changes. If we see in case of a plants or in case of a human being students, so yes, there also a lot of irreversible changes take place, like growth of plants. So the first thing, growth of plants. So after the germination of the seed, the plants, they used to grow. Okay, and we cannot reverse the plant again into the seed. The same plant into the seed. No. Okay, the plant will give the fruits, and from the fruits you will get the seed. But the same plant cannot be converted into the seed again. So, growth of the plant is also an irreversible change. Now, student, ripening of fruits. So, you have seen that the fruits also get ripened, and this is also an irreversible process in which we cannot convert the ripened fruit into the raw fruit again. Okay, then formation of flower from the bud. Formation of a flower from the bud, or aging of a man and animals, or death and decay of a plant and animals. Death and decay of plants and animals. Okay, so you see student, these all are the example of irreversible changes. Here the formation of a flower from the bud used to bloom into the flower. We cannot convert the flower into the bud again. So this is also a irreversible change. If we talk about the aging, absolutely, since the person is growing, so after a age the person start to become it's aging or starts become aged also, and after that the death. So you can say that growth of the man and animal will also not going to stop, and we cannot reverse it. So that is also included into the irreversible changes. If we talk about the death and decay, yes, the death and decay of the plant and animals occur, and that also a irreversible changes. So these are some of the examples of the irreversible changes, students.